Can you see my
All right.
screen?
Yes, sir.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, thanks for everybody who's on, all 7 of us so far. This is Capture Technologies, and we're just going to go over about who we are, what we do, and kind of some new products that we have coming out, and just pretty much a short slide deck. Please interrupt as needed, ask questions. I want this to be as interactive as possible. So we'll go there and we'll just get started with that. So who are we? Capture Technologies, we're employee owned. Been around for over 70 years. And being employee owned, basically what that means is that we have skin in the game. Everybody who works for Capture is invested in making sure the customer is satisfied, because that is the only way that we can keep going on, is making sure the people we work with are satisfied with everything that we do. So everybody from the person who packs the boxes to the salespeople to the person who sends out the invoices, everybody's invested to make sure everything is done right. So you get that personal service. We are a premier integrator, communication solution provider for the West Coast. California is our main location, but quite frankly, for some larger companies, we do installation throughout the world. So they depend on us quite a bit also. We are a small business and we are certified. We do have CMAS and GSA contracts, so we can get you the best price out there. We have offices in Oakland, Sacramento, Los Angeles, and dedicated sales, support, service, and administration. The main thing about Capture is that we're a VAR. We are a value-added reseller, which means that we get to go out, we get to pick the people who we feel are the best in the business. We get to partner with them, and we provide state-of-the-art technologies that they provide to us to get to you guys. And of course, we pride ourselves on the excellent customer service. Any questions or anything you need to add, Chris, on that?
No, looks good.
Good. So what do we do? Basically, anywhere from security to communications. We provide a wide array of products, all integrated into the systems that you have, basically just to make your workplaces safer and more efficient. One of our main businesses is the digital voice logging, making sure that everything is recorded. Most of the stuff that comes in has heat on it, and you guys need to be able to record that and make sure it can be played back, and everything is up above board on this stuff. We also do interview room recording systems, identification solutions and supplies, visitor management systems, access control, and temperature measurement recognition systems, which have been coming into play quite a bit lately with what's been going on. We also have full-time technical support group with us, 7 or 8 techs spread up around California to make sure that we can do the 24/7, 365, or the 8x5 service that's available to you guys, however you guys wish to put it forward. Any questions? Good to go. Just some of our partners. On the digital voice logging side, we partner with Eventide. Eventide just come out with their new NextLog 740DX series. Eventide just does mission critical recording. So they're in PSAPs, airports, anywhere it's critical to record what's coming in. That's what they focus on. They're also United States based. I think they're in New Jersey. So all their coders, developers, assemblers, everything is there in the United States. So that can be very important nowadays as things go forward. Especially if you have any questions, next one phone call, they call down the hallway to the engineers and it gets done that way. We also partner with Verint. Most people are familiar with Verint. They are one of the 2 800-pound gorillas in this space right now. And we've been with Verint for, well, how long, Chris? Probably 15, 20 years?
Almost 20 years, actually.
Yeah. Wonderful partner, work very closely with them. Verint has just come out in the last year and a half with their new platform, the 15.2 recording that has replaced their V5. An amazing system, does many, many things. And both these partners have been able to put everything into one box now. So there's not multiple recorders that have to be into a system. So it's turned out very well. Worked very well with both these people. One other company I want to mention is Cardinal Peak. They provide what is something called the Case Cracker, which is an interview room management system. It's IP-based, HD cameras, and has been specifically designed for law enforcement and CACs, or Child Advocacy Centers. They have a sole source deal with the FBI and work very closely with them. So they are also a wonderful partner, and we work very well with them. Any questions on anything I've said so far?
Yeah, just to elaborate on that, what Chris is saying is between the Eventide and the Verint systems, or the call recording applications we provide, P25, voice over IP, analog, digital recordings, all of those are in play with both of these applications, and may or may not be in play with any given agency, from not only campus security to regional 911 centers to local dispatch. These two systems have proven themselves in the market for decades for being able to provide that information, or that accountability to capture multiple different platforms. I just want to share that.
Perfect. Thank you. So some of the solutions that we were able to offer because of the partners that we have, and let's face it, it's an ever-changing world in the PSAP market right now, with everything coming through with NG911 compliance and I3 standards. So we are able to offer all of these things to our customers: the QA evaluations, incident reconstruction, geofencing. Eventide has a very nice integration to Rapid SOS, screen recording, enhanced package reporting, which does a very good job of being able to justify having an extra person on board. If you ever have to go to the board and say, hey, this is how many calls we have, this is how many people we have, and we're just getting overwhelmed, it shows you exactly how you can justify those another full-time person. Of course, instant recall. I3 standards, I touched on this basically. This is changing constantly. We'd all like to have another conversation on this, maybe if we have time afterwards, to see how other people are dealing with this. But a lot of steps coming down on this. We have different ways that we are dealing with it, but it's new, and we want to make sure that we're talking to customers on how they feel it should be implemented, and what we can do to help get them to where they need to be on this. And like Chris said earlier, integrations to Motorola, Harris, EF Johnson, all the trunk radios, and the VoIP, analog, digital, and a combination of all in one box, which is very important when it comes to server space and everything else that you guys have to deal with. And all of these are NG911 compliant. So that's kind of what we do when it comes to the solutions for our customers. Anything to add on that one, Chris?
No.
Cool. Any questions? We all good? Nice. I'm going to cover just two new products that are out. And basically, they've come into the forefront because of the COVID situation that we're dealing with right now. Case Cracker does the interview room recording systems, and what they've done, they've developed a mobile system. As you can see, it is basically a NUC server that sits in the palm of your hand. Very discreet. It's a plug-and-go system. You can start and stop an interview either with the tablet here or on your laptop. It goes into the field, whether you need to have an interview in a hospital, hotel, or patrol car, you can do it now. And with social distancing and the COVID and whatnot, this has become very almost necessary in a lot of agencies to make sure they do get their interviews. It's a hotspot enabled. It's just like the interview rooms that you have at your agencies. It's all encrypted, and it's just been a wonderful thing. The CACs are really getting into this also, just because of having to do the social distancing, having to go, not people wanting to come into their interview rooms, them being able to go out and get the same quality interview. So the mobile connect is what it's called through Casecracker. So any questions on that? Anything you want to add on that, Chris?
No, other than it's a pretty hot item for us, not only for the from local law enforcement or local interview needs, but also the CACs around town, or any sort of military engagements as well. It's pretty flexible in field use, so it's a great product.
Okay, perfect. And the last new product that we have is basically temperature measurement recognition. As you know, if you go into a Kaiser, go into a casino, anything like that, they're gonna hit you with what your temperature is. These also have a number of different types of products that will also be able to do face recognition, whether you have a mask on or not. They're fast, they're accurate. They will let you know right away if you need to pull somebody out or if something's wrong, to be retested and not let them in. So this is a new market. It's up and coming, as I say. We have a lot of different type of products for different types of situations and agencies out there. So if you have any questions on these, we can sure get you the information on that, because let's face it, this is the way the world is right now, and this is something that's going to be in all of our lives, just depending on how and what part you want to get into on this. So that is basically it. Very simple. I mean, we're a small company, we're agile, but we kind of come in as consultants. Being that we are a VAR, we're pretty much agnostic when it comes to the things that we present to you. We lay it out. We let you know what the advantages, disadvantages each, as compared to what your environment may be. And then we work through what's going to be best for you. We're not trying to push one type of system or product on you. We give you the options to make the decisions that you think is best for you. So that's pretty much it. Do we have any questions at all in our little chat box? I don't see any.
Hi, I'm Terry. Can you
Hi,
hear
Terry.
me?
Yes, Terry.
Okay, in regards to the Casecracker, you said we can use this out on patrol, out on the field, and going to a hospital. My concern would be signal. What can you tell us about that? We wouldn't be interfering with any equipment in the hospital, or the signal would not be there will be no interference? That would be my concern.
Sure. I don't believe there is. It's a hot spot. It can be hardwired if needed. It can be through the internet. I don't believe it's been brought up yet, but I don't believe it has been a problem so far. But I can sure find out for sure and get back to you.
Well, I would think that would be a question that maybe many have, but I didn't know if you had any experience of others already using it in that kind of a venue.
Well, this is Chris Williams. The use of the application we've seen is direct a camera connected to. If you could go back to the slide of that module, Chris, for the Casecracker, but the camera connected to the handheld module, and the interface is through a mini tablet, Bluetooth connected to the device, so that you can start and stop the interviews. So you don't have to have a monitor, a keyboard, etc. It's a very mobile environment where you just have to place the camera, which has its own mic. So it's connected to the handheld device. You interface with it via Bluetooth, and everything's stored on the system itself until you can take it back to home base and offload that video for evidence or what have you. So if that's the signal you're talking about, is it relative to the Bluetooth signal? Is that what you mean?
Well, I think you just answered the question and maybe I didn't read it clearly. Okay, no, I believe you answered the question because then I go back to the station and I download that.
Correct, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it's all contained in that handheld. It's not necessarily transposed or sent via something through to anywhere. It's all in the palm of your hand there until you decide it not to be.
Very good. That answered the question. Thank you.
Good
Sure.
question. Thank you. Do we have anything else? I don't see the chat. I don't know if we have anything going on in the chat, so.
Yeah, nobody's put the any questions in the chat.
Okay.
But I can see actually some of my principals working with you guys as partners. We're now bringing to market a couple of the temperature sensing devices.
Okay.
Very high end one, and also a very competitive one, as well as some great video control product. And you might want to sit in the next session with RGB,
RGB,
because I
okay,
think they would be a good partner for you guys.
perfect.
Very good.
Perfect. Okay, I guess if there's no more questions, anything you need to add, Chris?
No, just thanks everybody who joined in
Yeah.
to listen, and even those that may have accidentally joined in to listen. We appreciate your attendance as well. So, thank you.
Perfect. All right, thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much.